impossible for a Chinese person because um, I was able to do that to the person. Don't bother me. I could do it by myself. It's because um, he's really the person I did it to is really he thinks about why did he do that, and he thinks like that, right? He's um he's very he thinks why did he do that. So he was prepared. He was prepared, but no Chinese person could ever. He's 10 years older than me. Or Korean person or Chinese person would ever, don't bother me. I could do it. It's not. It's never done. Never done. Right? But he was like, "Bah, bah, 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 you gotta do that. Blah, 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 you like that, like that. Bah, 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 bah." And I'm like this. No Korean or Chinese person would say, "Stop! I could do it. Don't bother me." It's not. It's not. It's never done. So I know that if I was Chinese, I would be like that, and he was and just you know not able to function. Um, so it's 99.9% impossible. Right? If you have all the ESP and you have like that, and you're suddenly put in a position. Uh, 1% might make it. 1% might say, "Okay, I could do it. Don't leave me alone." It's not gonna. It's not. It can't be done. And so that's the main. That's the problem. Because you don't know which ESP, or you have so much ESP in your brain, you don't know which one to use. And you have the love ESP, you have the like super focus ESP, you have the tough guy ESP, you have the humble ESP, you have all this different type of ESP, right? And you have all that in your head. You're like that, like that. You don't know what to do. So you have to you know now I remember I was telling you that why I don't know why everything's uh, out there. Everything is done by 우주. It's pre-programmed by 우주. But I think these guys are giving me Homo ESP. You guys are giving me Homo ESP, and that's not done by 우주. That's done by you, and you're gonna suffer. I don't know if you remember that or not. And I was kind of upset that they were giving me Homo signs. Right? I was kind of upset. That's not 우주 would not give me Homo signs, because I would at the end of the day I would say, hey Uju, why did you give me Homo signs using the Chinese people? That's just disrespectful, right? And I didn't realize it, but they were giving me Homo signs because they realized at first that this thing, right, happens, right? And he goes around the corner too. I have a lady standing in front of me, and I feel something in my crotch. I feel like some type of sensation in my crotch, and I look behind the lady, and there's a guy standing in back of her, and the Homo ESP comes around the corner, right? So I think they realized that, you know 3 months ago, 5 months ago, a year, they already experimented and realized that. And I didn't understand why are they giving me Homo ESP, Homo signs, I don't understand. You're gonna suffer. Uju would not predestined book would not give me homo signs. You are giving me homo signs. You are bad. I don't like it. And now I see the reasoning behind it. Right? It's really really bad. I get on the subway. It's like you know you, I'm sitting here like this. I'm looking like this, and a guy stands in front of me. Right away, it's it's like So most of the people at subway they're looking at their phone, right? They're focusing on their phone. Right? So it's that bad. Mm. Also, I have to talk about USA. USA, November 7th didn't end. I said 3 more days. I'm 3 more days for you to quit. So if you have not quit, you're still working at the USA IR Center. You are in jeopardy of lake of fire, going to lake of fire, and the replacement will come out, right? So in now you have to rise up. You have to fight. You have to turn over the table. You have to take the power position. You have to get rid of them. You have to go up and get rid of them and take the power position. You have to riot. You have to do a riot, or else you're going to lake of fire position and replacement. Your copy will come out at the cup, right? And that's so I'm giving you a year, right? From October 10th or November 10th, I'm giving you a year, right? But uh, but you already had what year before that, right? This thing with YouTube started 6 months ago, a year ago. So in November 11th, uh, I have to do the math. 11th or 10th, you're in lake of fire position, right? So if Holy Spirit does not end it in November, right? If the Holy Spirit ends it, then Holy Spirit is giving you grace, and only fake Susan will go to the fake Susan team will go to lake of fire position, right? But if it doesn't, if it goes to December, then everybody, big fish, small fish, is going to lake of fire position, right? Then Holy Spirit is done, right? In December, if Uju, right, doesn't end in December, then you're in lake of fire position, right? So you need three. You need three approval, right? You need to approval of Uju, and you need to approval of Holy Spirit, and you need to approval of me, right? You need three approval to go into lake of fire position, right? So lake of fire position, right? So in November Holy Spirit approves, and in December Uju approves, right? Then I have no choice. I have to follow, right? Because I'm the lower God, right? Right now, Holy Spirit is the lead. Then it's the Uju. Then it's me, right? I'm at the end, and Uju is controlled by System 4, right? Controlled by System 4. So three of us is approving for you to go to Lake of Fire. That's in December. So from January, you have until November, but you don't really get it until November. It could end in January because you already have a year, right? Have a year, right? Have a year, then it's another year, right? So they could end it in January, and all three has approved. So I have to tell you that because it's Holy Spirit doesn't wait. Holy Spirit says after I tell people, then I give them 24 hours. You have 24 hours to decide. But I think that's kind of harsh. I think we should apply that. I think we should say 3 days or a month or a year, right? But I have to say it's silly for me to, silly for the God to tell you something and just suck on his thumb for a year, right? When God already knows nothing's gonna happen. God knows everything. God knows what will happen. God knows everybody's what's in everybody's head. So if you have God complex and Holy Spirit, which you already knows, nothing's gonna happen for a year. Only this stupidity. There's no reason to go on for a year, right? They could Holy Spirit could end it in January 1st or on the month of January, and you guys are done, right? But I have, that's the math. So what does it matter? Ended in January, nothing happens. Holy Spirit already knows what's gonna happen in November next year, November 11th. Already knows. So what's the sense? What's the sense of keeping it for that long? God already knows what's gonna happen, what's in their mind, and God could do anything, and nobody could call him stupid. So so what am I saying? Why does Nick have to work a year and save what $20,000 and go to the bank, get a loan for $50,000? Oh, in next year November I saved up and I have loan of $50,000. What is that? Where am I gonna use that? Right? So it's not perfect. Right? The perfect is January, because January I already have 3 credit cards, you know, and I'm gonna work full month December, right? Then in January I'm plus I would have $2,000 in the bank, and I already have $7,000 in credit card, so I already have $8,000, but if I go to a year, oh Nick, I made loan from bank and I saved up enough money for what, $50,000. $50,000 has no use, because if the war ends, where am I gonna spend the money, right? So it doesn't make sense to go until November of next year. So most likely it's gonna be, if it's not November, December, it's gonna be January. If you're gonna do something, you have to do it. You have to do it, because or we'll do something in June. We'll grab people and definitely do it in June. You know, they say devil never has enough time, right? You're the devil. You're the devil. You don't have time. You don't have enough time. So I have to tell you January. Right? You can't say we'll do something in next year October or September. We have 1 year to sit back and plan and look how it's gonna done now. Really, I tell you everything now, so that it's either November, Holy Spirit forgives you, or December, Uju forgives you, or January, then it's done, right? But I say a year, but I don't think what doesn't make sense for me to save up all the money. I have all the cash. I have loan. I have all this cash, and everybody's gone. What was this for? Right. So I have to do the math like that.